You're not an honorable man at all. You
No,
have
you're
no
not an honorable
actual
man.
thoughts or
You're not an
ideas.
honorable
You've
man.
done nothing at all.
You're
You've
not
done
an
nothing.
honorable man.
And then we know that
You're
you're
just a
weak
funny
because you
looking
come
guy
with
that
you
speaks
just
funny, thinks he's
what are the
pompous,
chances that
arrogant.
you call me funny looking?
Yeah, you
What
look
are the
weird. You look weird.
chances?
You're
This is
sitting there
crazy.
with that
This
weird
is
head, that
crazy.
weird suit,
You need to
being
cut your
alone in your
hair off.
hotel
Listen,
room, alone in your.
you see that I'm bald? I'm bald because I realized that
You're
I
not
need to
bald.
cut my hair off. Your hairline
Why?
is way back here.
No, it's
You're
not.
wearing
No,
cornrows like
it's
it's
not. There's
1992.
you wish you had hair like
You
this.
look like the third member of Outkast that got kicked out. You look
What's
like a
wrong with that?
super beat down
I'm
big
of
boy.
the community. I'm of the
Your
community.
your chin
look great.
hairs look like pubic hairs.
I look
You're
great.
utterly ridiculous. You're clearly overweight. I can see the fat in your face.
No, I'm just a big
You are
nigga.
a
I'm a big
complete
nigga.
dweeb. If
I'm a
you
big.
took off
What
your
you mean?
shirt, your chest would hang down like a woman's.
Hey, this your boy Veli. Welcome back to the channel, and I have a great video right here, guys. And this video is a great representation of the two types of black men we have here in America. We have the articulate and the logical one, and then we have the very emotional black man. And I'm not gonna tell you who it is. I'll let you kind of figure that out for yourself as you watch this video, man. Let's get into it.
Peace of the Saints. How are you?
What's going on?
I said, how are you?
I said, what's going on?
So how are you is a question, which you might say, I'm well. You might say it's a good day. I'm in good health. It's like a considerate way to greet someone and ask as to their state.
It's a greeting, yeah, and that's how, and I said, what's going on? That's also a greeting.
Well, you see, I asked you a question and you responded with a question, but that's fine. What is your position?
Oh no, I'm just seeing a lot going on. So I'm just curious.
I would ask you politely. I'd ask folks not to be vulgar before they came on. That is, in fact, a racial slur. And so if you'd be kind enough to refrain from racial slurs, I'd be thankful. But if you'd like to present a position, I've
more of a descriptive term.
And for those that don't know what he used, because I believe it was cut, he was using the COON word against Marquette Devon right here. So I believe it was cut, but that's the word that he used that he's talking about right now. That he's referring to as a racial slur.
The way I use it describes.
I understand your opinion on that, but what I'm referring to is the fact that it is a slur and it is not necessary to make your argument. And I assure you, I'm not going to slur you. I will just deal with you on the basis of arguments because we're not in person and we could both talk about what we would do in person, but we're not in person to test that out. So as we're on the internet, let's just have an argument based on our positions and our facts. Would you mind?
All right, look, I don't know who need to hear this, but my man.
Oh yeah, I'm with it.
Talk to me. So what is your position?
Oh no, I just clicked on the thing. I heard a few things you said. This is my first time ever seeing you. This bashing black thing. I understand like that's the wave now. And that's the you're asking me my position, right? You're a man of control, you're a man of control, you know how to you're teaching us. I understand like that's like the wave now, like that, they get you in the algorithm that is profitable now. You know what I mean?
And I know what he's talking about and what he's referring to because it is like on places like X, when you do race grift off of black people, it's very profitable. And I'm not sure how YouTube algorithm works, but I know as far as like the Twitter algorithm and, maybe more than that, it's prevalent right now to be racist towards black Americans. But I don't think this is the case at all. And I'm pretty sure Marquette Devon's going to explain that. But, when you have like critiques of black people that are reasonable, it's not bashing on any level. Wanting people to take accountability, wanting people to use logic and thinking and to get out of these, the victimhood mentality and start creating some progress. Like you if you can't take criticism as an adult, you won't go anywhere. And as a people, we haven't been good at taking criticism, whether that's from ourselves or not. Because like I'm black and I have critiques of black people. And when I do voice those opinions, I get called the C word. I get called Uncle Tom and I get called all these other type of words for being a free thinker and for not, falling into the victim mentality, which I know that black people have been victimized a lot in America. But I'm not going to sit here and soak on that because we didn't get this far by doing that. We got this far by, continuing to fight and continue to develop. We didn't get it by just, oh, poor me, poor me. That's not the way to go, man.
Especially being a dark-skinned guy. I'm not sure what your background is, but being a dark-skinned guy, it's a fetish for that now. It's like it's a
Skin color is
thing for
irrelevant.
that now, to see dark-skinned people dump on black people. So, I was just listening. I'm just trying to get a context of your ideology.
He said dark-skinned people dump on black people. That doesn't even make sense. Wouldn't that be considered the same? Like, colorism is ruining society, man.
Okay, very good. So number one, I just want to confirm a few facts. You stated that this is your first time ever seeing or hearing of me. Is that correct?
Yep.
Okay, so I just popped up on your homepage.
On my, I pressed the live.
Okay, fair enough. Well, I appreciate you tuning in, truly. So you know nothing of my background, and your idea is that I'm just tearing down the blacks. That's your idea?
Well, I want to say the black. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
Okay, very good. Now, I like this kind of conversation because often the persons who bring this conversation to me, I ask them, well, what have you done for the blacks? You see, what have you done that is significant for black people who are not in your family, black people that you were not paid to help, so that we can really understand who actually loves black people? You serve that which you love. So your name is Vovo, is it? Vovo, what do you do for the blacks?
Oh, well, I'm a truck driver. I drive trucks. My thing is this. That's always a bad faith question. That's a
No, that's not a bad faith question.
No one else gets asked that.
No, that is a good faith question. I'll tell you why. You just asserted that I'm just here to tear down the blacks. Now, I'll tell you what I've done for the blacks. But before we get into that, you've positioned yourself as the hero of the blacks. So I'm saying, well, what have you done?
I didn't position myself as any hero.
What have you done for the blacks?
Context. Huh?
Vovo, what do you do, or what have you done?
Nothing.
Nothing. Aha. So how did I know that? I know that because those men who are unproductive, they tend to be effeminate. They tend to not think out things. And when you come on not having thought out things, you're one of the many who would say, oh, you're tearing down the blacks. Well, have you built up the blacks? No, I'm not tearing down the blacks. I actually care enough and understand enough that A, I start with the truth, and B, I'm not a preacher. I'm one who actually has done something. I say, what have you done? Oh, well, I'm a truck driver. I didn't say what you do for a living, little buddy. I said, what have you done for these black people that you seem to care so much about? You've not done a thing for them except babble. Well, I tell you what, babbling actually doesn't produce a thing. It doesn't produce a dollar in the black community. It doesn't hold together a black family. It does not educate a black child. You, my friend, are of the multitude who preach, and this is what black people have suffered for centuries. Preachers putting them to sleep. I tell you what's even funnier.
Hey, facts, let them cook.
You have the audacity to come on here and insult me, not knowing what my merits are and not knowing how I've actually served black people over time. You told me you're a truck driver. I didn't ask you what you do to make money. I'm not over here saying, hey, I'm in paper assets. I'm in entrepreneurship. I'm in software. That does not stop me from helping these black people, which I care so much about. You just care to talk. You're not a doer. You're the worst kind of black male.
Cooking his ass.
Okay, so let me tell you what black people who actually care do. I'll give you some examples. There's a place called Baltimore, Maryland. You ever been?
Yeah.
Fantastic. It's an overwhelmingly black city. You might be aware. One of the greatest needs among the black peoples of the earth is education, whether it's education of self or it's education for gainful employment. You see, I was there and I was a teacher. I taught all black kids with a couple Latinos. You'd almost never think that integration occurred. So many black folks. And most of these black children are essentially orphans without fathers or mothers. in many cases raised by their grandparents. Why? Drugs, serious drugs like heroin. 10% of the population on heroin when I was there teaching. You see, that's serving Black people. Then I created a nonprofit.
So you had a job as a teacher. You had a job.
Pardon?
You had a job as a teacher.
That's a very good point. So then let me add to that, my dear boy. Not only did I have a job as a teacher, I also came in early and I made the school open up the building early to let the kids in. A, so that they didn't have to sit out in the cold and the snow. And B, I made them provide meals for the kids before school.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna be stopping him much, but just look at how this guy is laughing. You know, when he explains to him all the stuff that he did to help disadvantaged Black kids. It's funny to this guy, you know? And then he mentions, oh, well, you were a teacher as a job. Like, he made the choice to go and teach these kids. Nobody held a gun to his head to make him become a teacher. That's why I tell you, you guys can kind of see who's the emotional one and who's the articulate, logical one at this point. I'm pretty sure you can.
Started, and then C, every day, literally, I would tutor for 3 hours for free. And then seeing that it wasn't enough, I partnered with the churches in Baltimore and created a nonprofit that taught tech skills. And it was called Five Fingers, that taught tech skills. See, and don't challenge me because I speak all facts. You can Google everything I speak of.
I will.
I was also given awards for this, mind you. And we taught tech skills to Black kids so that they had the skills needed to gain employment. And because I did such a great job at that, I was then recruited to run a nonprofit based out of Johns Hopkins Medical. I then raised millions of dollars from various persons like Bloomberg of New York. And we provided wraparound services. You know, if a Black family got their electricity cut off and they were sitting there in that row home in the dark because they couldn't afford to pay their bills, Marquette Devon Burton, got their lights turned back on. When kids were going off to college.
What is your name?
My name is Marquette Devon Burton. That's a name that's well known and respected the world over. Then when they were going off to college and they didn't have enough money to make ends meet, I made ends meet. I gave out scholarships. And I can go on and on and on, little buddy. But you who have done nothing,
little buddy, where that's come from?
Hold on one second. You who have done nothing have so much to say to someone like me that's done so much.
You just had a
and
job.
I could go on and on about what I've actually done.
You just had a job. Now, out of both of us sitting here,
whoa, hold on one second. Hold on. Just real quick. Let's talk about that. Between you and I. Between you and I.
Feminine one. Between me and I, you're the feminine one.
Hold on one second, fella. You who have come on with no real legal name. Between you and I, who has done more for Black people?
Me. You ain't did nothing. You just had a job. You was a teacher.
Wait, hold on one second, my dear boy. What have you done?
You're a teacher. We did the same amount. You didn't do nothing either.
What have you done?
I teach too. I teach children all the time. I teach children all the
time. And look, this is the kind of Black man is very damaging to Black communities, man. Downplays everything that he did, you know, goes emotional. Oh, well, I did this too. I teach too. And like just talking out their ass, man. Only thing, like, overly emotional, no logic at all. And just downplays the stuff that really matters to Black Americans. Like, you know, getting into tech and software and all that and have somebody to teach you that type of stuff is really big. You know? And to downplay the fact that he did that in Baltimore out of all places. Man, it's really disgusting. These people are real, like, man, they hinder so much Black progress. It's insane.
Time. And out of us sitting here,
I'm asking you. I'm just asking you.
Two guys sitting here, you're the more feminine one.
Listen,
if I see you on the street, I would assume that you were homosexual. But
you don't have to. You don't.
All emotional and insults. Just all emotions and insults. That's all this guy has.
You're a homosexual. Huh?
You don't have to lie. Just hold on one second. What have you done for Black people?
I teach like you teach.
Chevy is more than just a
clown activities, man.
And more.
You just got paid to do it. You didn't do it for free. You were self-serving. You were self-serving. Everything you did was for pay.
I see. So when I was running a nonprofit that I created and didn't get a penny for it, what about that?
Everybody that starts a nonprofit, that's one of the biggest reasons why they started.
I see.
That's one of the biggest reasons why they start the nonprofit is for the salary.
Now you're
for the salary. No, that's true. It's for the
So
salary.
that's how I know that you've never started anything, because number one, nonprofits don't make money. Number two,
No,
when you start them from
you get a
scratch, there's
salary.
no salary.
Yeah.
There's no salary when you start from scratch. And then number three, we had no grants. We only had money that came directly from the people, the Black people of Baltimore, from the churches of Baltimore, and it went directly into programming. I never took a salary, not one time in that
Yes, you
nonprofit,
did.
not one
Yes, you
time.
did. You full
And
of
here's
it.
the worst thing about people like you. You're so effeminate. You come on here and lie. You've already said that you don't. No, don't speak while I'm speaking. You've already said that you don't know who I am, yet you're telling me that I took a salary. That's really sad, my dear boy, because you're so
Boy,
blatantly
you like
frivolous.
boys, huh? You like boys, don't
You're
you?
so frivolous,
You
and
like
you
like
are the reason that Blacks suffer. Look at you smiling when you know nothing is funny.
It is
Look at
funny to
you.
me. You're
Look at you
hilarious. You look like
smiling
the
when you know
Joker.
nothing is
You
funny.
look like the
And
Joker.
the worst part about it is that you're just a struggling YouTuber who came on to get
Am
clout.
I? Oh,
You're not an honorable man at all. You
no,
have
you're
no
not an honorable
actual
man.
thoughts or
You're not an
ideas.
honorable
You've
man.
done nothing at all.
You're
You've
not
done
an honorable
nothing.
man.
And then we know that
You're
you're
just a
weak
funny
because you
looking
come up,
guy that
you
speaks
just.
funny, thinks he's
What are the
complex,
chances that
arrogant.
you call me funny looking?
Yeah,
What
you look
are
weird.
the
You look
chances?
weird.
This
You're
is
sitting there with that
crazy.
weird
This is
head, that
crazy.
weird suit,
You need to cut your
alone in your
hair off.
hotel
Listen,
room,
you
alone
see
in your.
that? You see that I'm bald? I'm bald because I realized that
You're
I
not
need to
bald.
cut my hair off. Your hairline
Why?
is way back here.
No, it's
You're
not.
wearing cornrows.
Hey yo, dude literally got himself cooked, man. This was supposed to be like a substance conversation right here, but you know, the emotional black man, emotional low IQ black man, you know, offended by everything, ashamed of nothing. This is the example of that right here, man. They're talking. Marquette is talking about real substance, and he's taking it to the gay jokes and saying he likes boys and all that. Yo, stay on topic. And this is why nobody takes people like this serious right here. You know, and unfortunately, people will look at him and generalize all black men to be like him, and not too many people are like this guy right here with the braids. Not too many. I'd actually be embarrassed to be around somebody like this. Nasty work, man.
Like it's 1992.
You wish you had hair like
You
this.
look like the third member of Outkast that got kicked out. You look like a
wrong with that?
super beat down big
I'm of
boy.
the community. I'm of the community.
Your chin hairs look like pubic hairs.
I look
You're
great.
utterly ridiculous. You're clearly overweight. I can see the fat in your face.
No, I'm just a big
You are
nigga.
a
I'm a big
complete
nigga.
dweeb. If
I'm a
you
big-
took off your
What do you
shirt, your chest would hang down like a woman's. You're in
You're checking me
poverty.
out.
You have a
You're
beat
checking
up
me out, sissy.
background. You're a nobody
You're checking me
YouTuber.
out,
You're a
sissy.
50-year-old trying to become a YouTuber. Please
You're
stop.
checking me out, sissy.
You have nappy eyebrows. How do you have nappy
black,
eyebrows?
but I'm
How's that
nappy.
even possible?
Black people got
How's that
nappy hair.
possible?
I'm black. I
How's
got
that
nappy
even
hair.
possible,
I
bro?
got nappy hair.
You're a disgusting individual. Your bottom row of teeth, if you bit into a sandwich, it looked like a puzzle piece. You need emergency dental help.
I just left it there.
You have a gap in your tooth like you grew up in the third world. Why
Where?
can't you see a dentist?
Hey, look, at this point, Buddy should have kept his substance. I'm telling you, he's getting fucking cooked right now. This shit is crazy.
This
I
is
just left the
ridiculous.
dentist today.
You have gray hair on the sides, but still no wisdom.
What are
Your
you talking
hairline
about?
is back here, but you just
I
won't
don't
let
dye
go.
my hair like you. I don't
Why
dye my
won't
hair
you let
like
go?
you.
Your
That's
hairline's back
makeup.
here.
You
Just
have
give
on
it up.
makeup.
No,
You
honestly,
have on
just give it
makeup.
up. Why not give it
Look,
up?
why not just
not
be
give
who
it
you
up?
are? You're a
And
bottom.
then you
You're a
have a
bottom.
shine on your
You're a-
forehead because you
Yeah,
clearly have
I'm
a desk
glowing.
lamp shining on your face instead of studio soft lights. You're in poverty. You're in real poverty.
No, I'm not.
Why do poor blacks like you come on and babble?
No, I
when
do
you
live in the
literally
hood.
focus-
I do live
you
in
eat
the
cup
hood.
of noodles every day.
Yeah,
Why
I do live in the hood.
you eat cup of noodles every day, but you're here arguing with me?
Yeah,
You're a
what are you talking
sardine
about? You're
tin
just
can
name calling.
eater.
It's
Come
just
on,
all
bro.
name calling, all name
Come on,
calling.
Brody.
You're effeminate. You're effeminate.
on.
You're
Now, let
Now
me
look, what did he just say? You're all name calling. You're all name calling. Bro, you started this shit. You literally started this. He was talking about real substance, and here you come. Oh, you're this and that, doing the hand shit. Not like, bro, you started it, and then when your ass start getting cooked, he's just name calling me. Yo, you cannot make this shit up, man. We have to erase this type. This dude right here, Volvo, whatever. We have to. This type of black man should go extinct. Like decades from now, we should no longer have any black men that think like this or overly emotional like this. It has to be washed out of our population. We will get no progress with people that think and do like this guy.
What are you talking about? You're just name calling. It's just all name calling, all name calling. You're feminine. You're effeminate.
Now let me ask you this.
You're a bitch.
Oh, again with the cursing. I asked you not to curse. Again with the cursing. Bro can't even just stay on here and exchange a couple of jokes. He got to start cursing. But I'm feminine. Come on. That's a shame. That's a pity. And you'll see that consistently with like the first guy that came on. He immediately becomes completely irrational and unhinged. And that's because these are low IQ persons. There is not one human
100%.
being that has high IQ that sits back, listens to what I have to say, observes what I've actually done, and said, that doesn't make sense. No, it's only the low IQ.
Unfortunately, man, the low IQ are super overly emotional instead of using critical thinking that God gave them. And yeah, don't be this guy right here, this Bobo guy on the right, man. Like, wow, nasty work. But like I said at the beginning of the video, you can see the difference between logic and articulation and overly emotional. I didn't even have to point out who was gonna be in this video. You seen it for yourself. And we have to do better, man, because like I said, if you can't accept criticism or critiques, you won't get anywhere. You won't make any progress. And black people have to get used to being critiqued because that's how you fix yourself. You know? But man, this is some great content, man. Shout out to Marquette Divine, man. Yeah, we might have to run a couple of these videos on the channel, man. But y'all seen it like I seen it, man. Catch you in the next one.